nature's most incredible healer is often the smallest. For most animals, losing a limb is a permanent loss. But for salamanders, especially axolotls, losing a limb is more like a temporary setback. In just 6 weeks, they can regrow an entire limb, and not just limbs, but also heart and even brain tissue. How does this extraordinary ability work? Like all creatures with limbs, salamanders originally grow their arms and legs early in life. Whether it happens in the womb or outside, this process usually starts with tiny structures called limb buds. These buds are packed with progenitor cells, a diverse group of cells capable of transforming into various tissues like muscles, cartilage, ligaments, and tendons. Some of these progenitors are stem cells, which can develop into many specialized tissues, while others are derivatives of stem cells. Regardless, these cells multiply and specialize rapidly as the limb forms. Blood vessels provide oxygen, and nerves extend into the growing limb, eventually forming a fully functional infant appendage. Salamanders, including axolotls, follow this same development process, but with a unique twist: they can restart it whenever needed. When a salamander loses a limb, nearby skin cells quickly cover the wound, forming a layer called the wound epidermis. This new skin layer sends signals to cells in the limb stump, triggering a process known as dedifferentiation. Dedifferentiation reverts mature cells back into progenitor cells, primed for regrowth. Simultaneously, the salamander's nervous system activates stem cells across its body. This reactivation is something most animals can't do, as their regenerative abilities diminish with age. Once stem cells near the injury receive the right signal, they begin multiplying. The next stage involves these cells forming a structure called the blastema, the cornerstone of regeneration. Essentially a recycled version of the original limb bud, the blastema creates new cells that organize into muscle, bone, skin, and nerves to rebuild the limb. Over several weeks, the stump regrows into a fully functional miniature limb. By the end of the process, not only does the limb match perfectly with the rest of the salamander, but there's no scar at all. The connection between regeneration and the absence of scarring is one of the mysteries scientists are still trying to unravel. Researchers are working to understand how salamander cells revert to a regenerative state, and how their bodies know exactly what to regrow and when to stop. One theory suggests that blastema cells retain a positional memory, guiding how much to grow based on their location. Equally fascinating is how the process avoids overgrowth, which could lead to issues like cancer. Interestingly, salamanders aren't alone in this. Deer antlers regenerate annually using a similar process, even though deerskin scars like ours. Spiny mice can repair skin, fur, and other appendages without scarring, and humans can even regenerate the tips of fingers and toes in certain cases. It's unclear whether these abilities stem from a shared evolutionary ancestor with salamanders or entirely different mechanisms. But with continued research, who knows what secrets of regeneration we might uncover and maybe even harness for ourselves. For more videos, please like and subscribe.